Then query from Kharghar, Navi Mumbai. I need investment planning for retirement. Would appreciate links to your earlier tax related AS 26 or 26 AS. Taxation understanding for the next year. The two methods to file for next year. Simply speaking, the first thing is I just gave the links for investment planning and retirement. And of course, I've written, just gave it in the previous images. And I've written a 3-part blog series on LTI. LTI is long-term investments. Just search in the FB group PhD, plugging the handicaps of dentistry. You'll find 3 parts of this. Dentist LTI as good as zero. The second part was in December. Probably by December, all the 3 parts were published in the last year itself. So go to FB group PhD, just search LTI. मैंने भी यही search किया है, LTI, and you will get the answers. And you will get the answers to what all basic investments we need to do. The basics are good enough. The problem is we don't even look at the basics. The problem is when we lose time, we start to look at the short-term ways like cryptocurrency, like stock market, like commodity trading, and other things, like even like futures and options. Now they've started giving futures and options warnings also. 9 out of 10 lose money. And those who lose money is minimum 50,000. Log in on to any. The SEBI has given that mandate. Future and options has become so much risky in that regard. Coming back. So, posting links to your tax-related AS26. Just search 26 AS on my channel. You'll find a more than a year-old video. This was done last year on the mini day of education 1 on 30th of June, but posted a little late on 7th and 9th of July. Just search 26 AS. You will get to know what is the difference. 26 AS is now passe or a thing of the past. The thing now which is, you can say, applicable is AIS and TIS. Annualized information statement or tax information statement. This is the new 26 AS. Of course, 26 AS has not been fully done away with. It will still continue to remain till a couple of years. Probably after that, once the transition happens, then 26 AS will go away totally. Already AS is already having almost all the entries like 26 AS, barring a couple of them. Going back. So taxation understanding for the next 2 years, for the next year, the 2 methods. I believe the question is intended to the OTR and the NTR, the old tax regime and the new tax regime. The simple answer is, what is your focus? Focus means, are you interested in living in today? Are you interested in saving for your future? Fully knowing, very well knowing that you will not get any pension. Are you ready to live with that kind of insecurity? If yes, go in for NTR. If you want to save something for your future, you want to keep on doing what you have been doing, go in for or continue doing the old tax regime. From this year onwards, the current financial year, which is going on 2023-24, whenever we file the return next in July 24, we would be getting NTR as the first option. The new tax regime as the first option. Because now that has been made as the default regime by the government of India. So if you don't want to save, you just want to save tax and spend your money, it's your choice. Frankly speaking, it doesn't make any sense that you pay less tax also and then you use that money to invest also. Then what will you live with? What will you have for your own spending? It doesn't make any sense. I've given this example before. I keep on giving my brother's example also. He was very confused. He had been doing his, you can say, return filing. He does his main entry of the return filing ITR 1 is very easy because Form 16, he's a salad guy. So his Form 16 is automatically converted into his return by the pre-filled in the return by Government of India itself or by the IT department itself. So what he said, he messaged me on 15th of July. He sent me all kinds of calculations. Old versus new, old versus new. He sent me at least 8 to 9, you can say, images. And then he called me up. You didn't have a look at my images. although the blue ticks are there, but I know. Because if you had looked at it, I would have got a reply or a comment or a feedback from you instantly. So I said, yes, I did not. Then what are you waiting for? 15 days are remaining. I said, I have a workshop on 22nd and 23rd, practice management workshop. I look into it afterwards. You will be doing everything at the end? Okay, no. I've done 80 to 90% work in the first week of April itself. I'm sorted. I know what all needs to be done. That is hardly, you can say, each return is hardly a 30-minute job for me now. After collating for some time, and just filing should not be easy, because this year there were no capital gains. So the simplest ITR 1 and 4 were to be filed, no 2 and 3. If 2 and 3 were there, even I would have started 15th of July. Is it? I am very confused. If I opt for NTR, I am giving 30,000, or if I'm opting for OTR, conventional one, I have to give 20,000 or 30,000 more tax. In NTR, I am getting a refund of whatever advance tax you had paid, about 5,000 rupees refund. That technically 30-35,000 ka difference hai, so I am getting an advantage in the NTR. Okay, no problem. Let me have a look. Once my workshop finished on 23rd, 24th, I started first with the easiest ones, returns for my wife, for my mom, for my extended family, whichever I had. And of course, those were done by 26th or so. Then at 26th, I said, I scheduled time with him, sat down with him for 1 hour on Zoom meeting, set up figures, checked out the corrections, cross-checked a few, gave him some homework. We'll meet after 2 days again, 28th. So I said, okay, fine. So 28th, we again met on Zoom, checked it out. And after finalizing the same investment, the same system, he said, the OTR is giving me 15,000 rupees refund, which he was supposed to pay 30,000 tax. And in NTR, he was getting 5K as a refund. I made it 15,000 refund. Of course, there were corrections in that. He was not having a few deductions in that. Whatever you can say, the cheat codes are there. I know a couple of cheat codes to apply. Of course, don't ask me here, which I'm not going to divulge since this video goes on YouTube later, 6 months later. So I know a few things here and there. So I did that and he ultimately said 15,000. I said, okay, now this is sorted. And what was your question 15 days back? Let's go back to that. No need of that now. I'm already getting 15,000 rupees refund. Why would I bother even for an NTR? Said, इसमें इतना रिटर्न रिफंड आ गया, शायद NTR में भी ज्यादा आ जाए. Then why? How? NTR does not allow any deductions. It allows only standard deduction and a couple more from a uniform allowance and other things. That I already filled in. After filling in that, I was getting 5,000 returns. In OTR, I've got 15,000 return refund. Why would the hell would I prefer NTR? That should I open those images now? No need, no need. Matter sorted without even opening. So sometimes you should, again, the problem is not in having a confidence. The problem is having a clarity over there. I know his numbers. मोटा मोटा मुझको पता है उसका number कितना होता है gross का. Because I ask for his, you can say, updated salary statement every 6 months or 4 or 5 months, I get it. So I give a mental calculation that this much is his income going to be and this much his deductions and allowances are going to be. Yes, a difference every year because of DA is there, but here lies the difference. You calculate it, you already have a calculation in the mind. So we plan it accordingly. So this is a thing you would say that you need to have a clarity what you need to live in. A salaried guy and his income is in, you can say, on the higher side, being a defense officer. So him also, he asked me, should I invest? He said, agar tumne NTR mein jana na, to agle saal isme invest mat kar. It doesn't make any sense that you invest also and don't avail OTR also. It doesn't make any sense. So if you have to go in for NTR, don't invest. But having said that, be prepared that you don't have any social security from now on. Whatever you have saved will continue to grow if you don't decide to take it out. But this will be there. So it depends upon your income, how much you want to show how much you want to save and how much security you want. I've already given you this blog. Just search LTI in the FB group PSD. And of course, 26AS on the YouTube channel.